Hi, and welcome to today's episode of The Supporting Actor. I'm your host, Adrienne Streeter, so let's jump right into it. Hello, and welcome to today's episode of The Supporting Actor. My name is Adrienne Streeter, and I am here on location in a very, very cool space. I am in Ari-Elizabeth's playroom. So I want to spend some time talking to Ari-Elizabeth and her support team, Catherine-Rowe, about what it means for her and how has her experience been living with bilateral club feet and surgeries and recovery and physical therapy. So we just want to get a child's perspective and share that out with you. So help me welcome Ari-Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone.
And Catherine-Rowe.
Hi.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Mommy.
How are you?
Good.
All right. So let's start with Ari-Elizabeth. So today we have some show and tell. We also brought some props and some things that we want to show you all, part of Ari's journey. And so I think Ari wants to start off by
showing the things that
I thought you wanted to give a shout out.
Oh, and I have a shout out for two of my very nice people who helped me get through this. I'm gonna give a shout out to Miss Kristen and Miss Shelley for helping me through physical therapy.
All right. And I want to give a shout out to all of Ari-Elizabeth's doctors and nurses and caregivers who have cared for her. Since you've been born. All of the staff at every hospital that we've traveled to. We just want to give you all a shout out and thank you for supporting us. Catherine-Rowe, do you want to give a shout out?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad.
All right. Yeah, high five. All right, girls. Well, Ari-Elizabeth, let's talk a little bit about what has it been like for you living with, well, technically you're not living with it now. You've had a couple of surgeries. You just recently had another surgery on your knee. What happened with your knee? Can you tell everyone what happened with your knee?
Guys, basically, I was skipping down the hallway. I was singing a song.
Were you at the hallway at school or the hallway at home?
At home.
Okay.
I was skipping down the hallway. I skipped down the hallway past the couch and I jumped and I landed wrong and my knee popped out of joint to the side of my knee.
And what did you?
I was yelling. I try to cry when that happens, but I can't for some reason.
You can't.
I can't.
But you were screaming.
I was screaming.
Yes. So we picked you up and we rushed you to the hospital. Catherine-Rowe.
Yes.
What happened at the hospital?
What do you mean?
When Ari knee went out of joint,
I started crying.
She started crying. Why were you crying?
Because she's my sister.
Because she's her sister.
And she was scared.
So, Catherine-Rowe, how did that make you feel in the moment? I know sad. It was sad. It was sad. And
it was sad for Mommy and Daddy, too.
But,
to see me in that kind of pain.
Yes, we saw you in that pain. And then they made you breathe some stuff in your nose.
No, they made me, it went in my nose and, fell down into my mouth. And they said, swallow it, and I swallowed it.
And then they popped your knee back in joint.
It didn't really hurt. No, they did that before they put the stuff in.
They put the stuff in their nose first. But then we had to take her from where we currently live in Baton Rouge. We had to then take her to see her orthopedic surgeon in New Orleans that very same day. And so that's when we discovered that Ari-Elizabeth needed to have reconstructive knee surgery, which was yet again another surgery. And so let's take a step back. So before all that happened, Ari-Elizabeth was born again with bilateral club feet, and they originally told us that she was going to be born with spinal bifida. You tired, Catherine-Rowe?
No.
Oh, okay. We see you yarning. We just want to make sure that
yawning is contagious.
Oh, yarning is contagious. All right. So when Ari-Elizabeth was born, we have a little show and tell here. So I don't have the bar anymore because you in the United States, you cannot donate these. This is part of her Ponseti brace, and you can't donate these in the United States for some reason. So we donated the bar, and the bar can be used to help other children in other countries who may also have been born with club feet. So we still have the shoes. So when she was born, after her first surgery, she had to wear these strapped over her feet. And I'll try to find a picture and try to insert it so you can see it. But she had to wear these in a brace, and her feet were turned out like this up until she was 18 months old. Sorry, Catherine, didn't mean it. So this is the Ponseti brace. So as her foot grew, so did the sizes. So you can kind of see, looking at the bottom, just how small her original foot was. And then as she was growing, they adjusted. But then several years after her first surgery, which you don't remember your first surgery, do you? Because you were a baby. I don't think you remember your first two surgeries. So yeah, so after her first surgery, they realized that there was still some turn. Her feet were trying to turn back inwards to where her brain had developed her body, and so we had to go for another surgery. And she went for another round of bracing. So you can see from when she was born to her second surgery to the third set of these. And so then we went through serial casting, because even after this particular set of Ponseti braces, her feet were still turning in and inward. So that's when we went to New York and we saw specialists and we started casting. Do you remember what it felt like to wear a cast every day in the summer? Oh, let me hold that. Do you remember that, Ari?
Yes.
What did that feel like?
Felt like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go swimming. I missed my whole entire summer for my life. This is my first summer going swimming in a hot pool.
Well, it's hot because we live in Louisiana, but every summer of her life. And how old are you?
I'm 8.5, almost 9.
Very good. She's 8.5, almost 9. And how old are you, Catherine-Rowe?
6.5, almost 7.
6.5, almost 7. And Catherine-Rowe, so we know that Ari was in cast every summer pretty much her entire life, which means we stayed in the house. How did that make you feel as a little sister, not able to do a lot of cool stuff during the summertime?
I felt bad because I really wanted to go to the pool, splash with my sister, and play with her, go to the park, get ice cream, go to the mall, do stuff like that.
But we didn't do a lot because most of the time we were taking care of little one over here. But what was cool in a weird way was she had this knee accident and had to have her surgery over spring break, which meant
that she could do summer.
She could have her summer. She didn't have to do casting, but she is in physical therapy.
Yes, I have a lot of summer, but I still have physical therapy. So, like, if I wanted to go to the pool after physical therapy, I can do that.
And what is the one thing that your doctor has approved that you could do this summer?
I cannot wear my brace. If I can wear my small one. She said I cannot wear my brace, and she said I could start running and playing basketball and do gymnastics And she said I could swim.
So we went to her doctor earlier this week, and
It was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Oh, we went to the doctor yesterday.
And we're going tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to physical therapy tomorrow.
But that's still.
Yeah. And we got the approval to, and I'll show you. So this is what we consider her small, let me see, her small knee brace.
The doctor said I don't have to wear anything, but my mom wants me to wear that at kids camp because she's nervous that kids will bump into me and knock my knee out of joint again.
Yeah, that's mom being a little bit overprotective, but
every single mom's overprotective.
Not every single mom, but moms are moms. But this is what she came out of. So I don't know if you can see it. I have it bent. So this is the long contraption that she was in for almost 3 months. And
3.5.
3.5. So the doctors gave the approval yesterday for her to come out of that. She technically doesn't have to wear the soft knee brace, but because, again, like she said,
the doctor said I don't need to wear it.
She doesn't need to wear it, but she said something really cool. She said that she could go back and do gymnastics,
basketball.
However, what did she say? She wants you to
wear a small brace.
She wants her to start building up to those activities in physical therapy first. So, although Ari-Elizabeth has been born with bilateral club feet, and we've had a multitude of surgeries, one of the things that we have been blessed with was finding support groups, which we will also have on here to help support her in her activities, one of them being gymnastics. We found a phenomenal gymnastic
Beyond Gymnastics.
Yes, the company is called Beyond Gymnastics. They're not far from our house, and they specialize in providing gymnastics and teaching gymnastics to students who have been born with some level of disability, whether it's been kids who are wearing AFOs,
like me,
or kids who may have some other special need, whether it's autism, whether it's cerebral palsy, whether it is anything. And so we are going to have the owner of Beyond Gymnastics on one of our podcasts to talk about how she got started and why did she choose this as her focal point. Both girls take gymnastics there, and they have a lot of kids that don't have special needs that take classes there, which is cool because they both can go, but they also have all of their trainers are trained to understand the child's body. So Ari-Elizabeth may not have the flexibility that Catherine-Rowe has.
I can do it back to the last minute if she
can. Okay, but see, she can do some things that the other one can't. But they're teachers and trainers at their gymnastics gym that specializes in children with certain special needs and disabilities are there to help support that. So that was really cool that we found them, and she's going to be on. So kind of let's go back, girls. So you are now also playing basketball. Catherine-Rowe, are you playing basketball too?
Yeah.
So do you guys like playing basketball?
Love it. It's so fun, guys.
All right. So she has been learning, both girls have been learning to play basketball. But again, one of the things that I really loved about where she went to play basketball, they understood her body. I was an advocate and made sure that they understood what she was capable of and what she wasn't capable of in terms of being able to play the sport. And they have had a phenomenal staff to really align with her needs and to take her to the side and to coach her in a specific way. And so I think that's important for parents who do have children with a special need or a disability, just to be that advocate for their child so that the child can still participate in the things that they want to do. So let's move on really quickly because we don't want to take up too much more time. Wanted to show you the progression from the Ponseti brace to her AFOs. So if you're not familiar with an AFO, it is really, they're printing these now on 3D printers, or at least the shop, the place where we go, they have printed all of these on 3D printers, which is really cool. But this allows, particularly for Ari-Elizabeth, because her feet still want to turn inward, she wears AFOs. Well, she was wearing AFOs predominantly uh, all day, and then she also wore a different pair at night. So this is one of the sizes, and what's really cool about the AFO, it keeps the foot in the 90 degree angle once the heel is there and the straps, this is over the straps. If you're not familiar, if you're a parent with children with AFOs, there is a company that specializes in making shoes. What are the shoes called, girls? Starts with a B. What are your shoes called? Your Billies.
Oh, Billies. You just said it.
I just said it. Billies. So Billies is a company that makes really cool shoes. Can you run and get a pair of Billies?
I will.
Okay.
Let's go get the first broken
Okay,
one.
so Billies is a company that creates shoes that are really cute for kids who wear AFOs, and they're very stylish, because we found it very difficult when we first started her in her AFOs to find shoes that would fit. We were taking soles out, we were going 2-3 sizes too big, and it just wasn't a really good fit. And a very good friend of mine introduced me to Billies. And what's really cool about Billies, so it looks like a little billy goat. This is designed and created by a parent who had a child wearing an AFO. And so we are not being sponsored by Billies, but this is a great shoe because it looks like it's a tie, and parents, you can tie the shoe up front itself. But what's really cool, it has a zipper. So it unzips and the child can step right into the shoe with their AFO and zip it right in. Let me tuck that up. Zip it right up. Whoop. Mommy, oh, I gotta put this elastic in here, and zip it up. And the kid
looks like a regular shoe.
It does look like, well, it is a regular shoe.
From the side.
From the side, and it is a regular shoe, and
but
so
it has a zipper.
It does have a zipper, which is really cool.
Yes.
So this is what Ari wore for a very long time, but this, you want to show them what you sleep in now?
Night.
These are called
night splints.
Night splints. She has to sleep in these all the time, every night, vacation, everything.
Some nights she doesn't wear them. Well, yesterday I didn't wear them because I celebrated. Because the doctor said I didn't need to wear my brace.
So on special occasions like last night, her doctor says she didn't have to wear her brace. The thing about the night splints, and I'll show you really quickly. With her AFOs, there is a cut in the back that allows her to bend and run. As Catherine-Rowe is showing you, there is no cut.
So she can only stand in them.
She can only stand. She cannot.
The doctor said I cannot walk in them. Because when you try to walk, your heel doesn't have room to go back.
This is Ari-Elizabeth, and this is her journey, and this is what we've been dealing with. And what has recovery? Anytime you have a surgery, what is recovery like for you?
Recovery is like I sit on the couch and just relax until I feel better to do something. But walk.
I have one last question for you. How has it been going to school after having surgery and not able to walk?
Well,
has your school been supportive?
Yes. I would sit in a wheelchair with my leg up and I would roll. But sometimes I would like to give a shout out to my friend Elise for pushing my wheelchair when I when I was recovering from surgery when I went to school. So I would like to give a shout out for her. And guys, don't forget to give my mom a big thumbs up and subscribe.
Oh, well, thank you.
And give a like too.
Oh, thank you, girls. High five. I'm glad you remembered. Mom.
And make sure to comment.
Well, girls, this has been super fun. Thank you so much for talking to our audience and telling them a little bit about who you are as a really dynamic young lady growing up, still dealing with club feet, surgeries and club feet, and some of the other things
like that.
Other things, because we didn't even talk about what's going on with your eyes. That's another story. Your cataract. Yeah. There you go. Well, team, thank you. I appreciate each and everyone. Can mommy have a kiss? Mwah. Love you. Can mommy have a kiss? Oh no! Oh, y'all, she shaded me. She was like, "You're gonna kiss me on my cheek? I'm not about to do this in public." Really, Catherine-Rowe? Well, thank you all so much for joining this episode of The Supporting Actor. Stay tuned because next week we have an awesome parent that will be talking about her daughter. Her son and his journey with autism. I'm excited to share that recording with you all. So thank you again. And like the girl said,
make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. And when you're done, make sure to like and subscribe. And when you're done. And then once you're done, you
share it out. Share it to all your friends.
And make sure you subscribe.
All right, girls. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Peace. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.